There's this one quality in life that I am forever thankful for having developed, and it's called self-honesty. Pretty common knowledge, it's common sense, but let me actually elaborate on it a little more. I have this friend of mine that struggles a lot with women, and obviously this video is not about like women and dating advice. Rather, I'm more like introducing you to what I'm trying to say with this one example. Anyways, back to the story. You would think my friend is being kind of honest. It's like he goes, I suck at talking to girls and I don't know what to do. Do you guys have any tips? And then, you know, we go on, we give him our advices and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a player by any means, but I still have like my fair share of experience, right? And then obviously I'm not a guy that goes out a lot, but sometimes we're going to say, oh yeah, let's go to the club, let's go to the bar. And we're like, yo, dude, this could be your chance. You could start picking up women right there if you want. And then he always goes, nah, I mean, you know, girls, especially in clubs, like, they're attracted to taller guys, muscular guys. You know, I'm too short. Maybe if I have a couple of drinks, I'll talk to them. I don't know. This is not the kind of girls I want to talk to, man. Girls from the club, I fucking hate them. Basically, he comes up with 1,000 excuses. Even though he's admitted he sucks with women, he completely refuses to acknowledge that, well, the reason he sucks is because he's actually just not going out there and he's making a whole bunch of excuses. And the reason why this is so bad is because he's being completely incoherent. I mean, he says he wants to pull women, but does zero actions towards that goal, so that just makes him stagnate. Like, somewhere along the lines, he's just not being honest with what he wants. There's this book that actually talks about this kind of stuff, and I actually didn't buy it. My roommate got it. He never fucking read it, and it's just been staying in the living room forever. And today I picked it up, and I was like, just reading, just like scroll. It's not scrolling, flipping through the pages. And there's this one page, it's like 141, where it's like, what's important is that you move things forward without hesitation, without that resistance that you're obeying to right now by doing nothing. So basically, no matter what you say, no matter how you approach things, you just have to dissolve all those excuses up in your head and get things going. And dating aside, the same thing happened when I was trying to start a YouTube project with a whole bunch of friends. And we were all trying to come up with like ideas and, oh, that day we could actually shoot a video and we could do this and we could do that. And we were all like trying different things and just brainstorming. But every time it came down to actually recording and driving all the way to the spot and actually shooting the video, it never fucking happened. Because there was always something preventing us from just doing the thing. And I hold myself accountable as well. I was making up excuses. I was being lazy and I didn't want to do anything. And if I was just honest about the project and said straight up, I'm not passionate enough with this project, things actually would have moved forward. Either we would have concluded that project because nothing's going to end up well if no one's even motivated, or we actually would have moved our asses and found a way to get motivated. But instead, we remained in that stage where like we were all kind of hesitating and, oh, maybe we can, I don't know if we should drive right now. There's this thing, I don't know, maybe some other time. We were always just like putting things to another date because we weren't actually being brutally honest with ourselves. We were avoiding that uncomfortable conversation where it's like, should we keep going with the project or not? Because clearly none of us are that interested in it. And so we ended up wasting months down the line of just doing absolutely nothing. We did end up making videos and recording them, but we never actually fully edited them. We never uploaded them. We never did anything that was concrete and satisfying. The project turned out to be nothing because none of us could genuinely have these talks where it's like, let's just say the real deal and let's be honest with all of ourselves. And you'll never have these kinds of talks if you're not even able to be honest with yourself. When you're telling yourself the truth, what do I actually fucking want right now? There's so many internal dialogues you should be having with yourself in order to know just simply what's the right decision. And not even about making the right decision, is at the end of the day, any action is better than no action. And I think that's something that anyone can like agree upon. You have to move your ass to life or else you're gonna do nothing. And it kind of always starts with whatever you're thinking in your brain, and if you're taking accountability with those thoughts, or you're just like masking them with some sort of excuses. Like, you need to own up to whatever the fuck it is you're thinking and act accordingly. And although I kind of struggle with self-honesty, I think I've gotten significantly better at it than most people over the past years because let's say my core friend group, we started giving honesty a lot of value. You know, back in high school, I've always been this like introverted guy, and we've always had the same friend group. And we would always struggle to like go out and do this and do that because we never told each other like, oh, I'm down to go out, or, oh, I'm not down to go out. We always kind of said, oh, yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, maybe we could do that. And then we just end up on the date and it's like, okay, well, who's coming and who's not coming. Like, what are we doing? And then people always cancel last second because they never made up a fucking decision. Over the years, I've learned to realize how that's such a terrible mindset. You know, you kind of always lie and you're not sure about what you're trying to do. And then at the last second, you make a decision because that's kind of when you have to make one. And you always say you bail out on it essentially because you're not even sure of what you really want. Like, you're not committed to any shape or form of decision at all. So you just do fuck all. And as someone who slowly tried to improve my own honesty, I kind of start noticing how there's a whole bunch of people that lie and do the exact same thing. They just lie to themselves. They lie to other people. They make excuses for things. And you notice how they're just living their lives kind of like filled with anxiety. They don't know what to do. They fear a lot and they avoid stuff. And it makes those people not necessarily boring, but a lot like you don't want to be around those people as much because it's like, well, are they even honest with me? Do they even fuck with me? Like, you don't know. They don't even know. And upon noticing that, me and some friends in the friend group started realizing, yo, we should actually just start being honest with ourselves and just say the real shit. And that actually solidified our bond so much more because, you know, when someone tells you the truth, it never really feels good, especially like rejecting someone. This book right here talks about it. Like, no one is comfortable with rejection, so that's why a lot of people postpone it or trying to mask it with like some excuse. And like, no one's comfortable with rejection. No one's comfortable with like having the uncomfortable talks. But the moment you start getting used to having those uncomfortable conversations is when you actually start living your life and being more certain of yourself and more affirmative as well. You're like, do I want to do this? Yes or no? No? Alright, then I'm not fucking doing it. And with a friend group that talks like that, it's kind of just fantastic because it's like, oh, well, just nothing's gonna happen. And they just don't even get mad. Matter of fact, they appreciate that you were being honest because then everyone ends up saving time. Like, you don't even need to throw in an excuse where, well, that's why I didn't want to do it. You just don't want to do it. And they're okay with it. Since now you don't have this lingering anticipation of is something gonna happen or not. And the same thing goes with like their critiques. They can just be honest with you about some shit and you'll be like, okay, I'm glad they were honest. And thanks to that, you don't end up building pent-up resentment that slowly builds up against your friends when they're doing things. You're just telling them straight up the things that you don't like, and it's like normal and it's okay because you're technically just helping them out. Obviously, you got to be careful and say things from the good place in your heart, right? Value honesty with your friends. Ask them for their actual honest opinion and give them honesty back. It's like the best thing you can do to get things going and to make people advance in life. Because let's be honest, you're just holding yourself back if you're masking your thoughts, right? I think that's pretty much it for the video, to be honest. Hopefully it came out pretty clear, but that's pretty much all I want to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a comment, like, subscribe, whatever it is. You know the drill, bro. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.